Well, hello friends. Welcome to Kiss Up Cards, where I keep it simple stamping up. And I'm coming to you tonight to bring you one of my paper packs that I got out of my last unboxing. So if you missed that video, go back and see it. I'll put a link to it down below. But it is really a fun paper, and it's all about otters and the stamp set. I had got the stamp set prior because I thought there were so many things I could do with the otter and kids' birthday gifts. But then the paper came on sale. It's a fantastic sale. It is about like 70% off is all I can say. It's regular. So what a great deal for that paper. And I have had such a blast working with it. So I'm going to show you some card ideas using the Otter Be Good paper. So, or Otterly Awesome, you know. So let's go down to my craft table. Down here at my craft table, you'll see I'll bring all of this into view here. I have all the pieces that I want to put together. Now, some of the ribbon I'm not sure what I want to use, and some of the gems I'm not sure what I want to use, but I've took out what I thought I might use that might be good for this card. So I'll just set these aside because we will not need those till later. This is the stamp set I'm using, Awesome Otters. There's so many ideas, and this is great for adult birthdays, kids' birthdays, or just to send you our Otterly Awesome. Otters are so much fun, so we'll do that. Then I've got a piece of Pretty Peacock and a piece of Lost Lagoon for some contrast, so I will put that together. And then these are the two papers that I picked. I picked one of these, which I'm going to cut out one of the scenes, and then this is for the background on the card, so I will work with that as well. So I'll set aside this paper. I was looking at it and I'm going, oh my gosh, where do I start? Which card do I make? It's like so adorable. I'm going to cut my card. So I want to score this one at 5.5 and cut at 4.25. So this makes the card landscape, that it stands up like this, or it could stand up like this. But I don't usually do it this way. This is the landscape that I like to cut if I'm going to do landscape. This piece I don't need, so I'll put it back with my cardstock. And this piece I need 3 by 3.5. So I'm going to cut off 3 inches off here. I will still be able to make a card out of this half and still have a piece. You know, it's a good chunk, so that's good. 3 inches by 3.5. So there we go. So that's going to go over here like this. From this DSP, I am going to cut, so I will need 5 3/8 this way. So that's easy to do. I don't need to turn anything. That's what I need, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And that will get my waves going the right way. There we go, just like that. And the Pretty Peacock just stands out in the background. So we've got that cut. And then I'm going to take this piece, and I kind of want this scenery here, or this one. And I'm going to cut it out, and it's going to be 3 3/8. So I need the 3 3/8. Let me see, where's my piece? So you just take your piece This, I think I'm going to put a little pencil mark, just so I know where to cut. I could fussy cut it out, but I'm just... Okay, let me see. Where's the pencil mark here? All right, so right here. Okay. The pencil mark is right there, so I only need to cut to here. It's a little bit of fussy cutting with your trimmer. And then I want to cut to here. And this is the mark here, right here. I'm a little short. And then I'll measure this up here and make sure this mark is in the cutting groove. There we go. And I need to cut a little shorter, but that's okay. So I've just taken a small chunk out of here. So I fussy cut with my trimmer. Bet you didn't know you could do that, right? Fussy cut with your trimmer. So I've got this at 2 7/8, which is what I want, which is good. And then this one I want at 3 3/8. So I think I will, let me see, I'm just going to look at the picture and see. I want to cut it off. So 3 3/8 is just under the half mark. There we go. That looks good. And this piece, it's got some little fish on the back. I might do something with that. All right, now before I glue this down, I'm going to take your utterly awesome, oh, I get to show you how to do a rubber stamp. Now, one of the things I want to share with you is that Stampin' Up! Is getting away from rubber stamps. I think in November 1st, they'll be slowly weaning it out, but they will no longer be making rubber stamps for the fact that they can't source. So you want to take this, you want to take it apart. You have this piece and you're utterly awesome. So there's a backing on here. You want to just take that off. You know what? Let's get my pick tool. It's got a little sharp bend to it. You know, if your nails don't work. Just don't want to take the other piece off either. Come on. I have never had this difficult a time. There we go. You want to still see that writing on the back, because that's going to stick to your rubber stamp. So the reason they're getting away from rubber stamps is that they're not able to source the products that they need for the quality that we're looking for as well. You know, I've heard the comment, well, other companies are still making rubber stamps. Well, right now they are, but so that's how you get everything lined up. And I'm going to stamp this first. So Stampin' Up! Has made the decision to get away from red rubber stamps, which is sad and not sad. I mean, you can't see through them. So once you've stamped the image or you need to line it up some way, it's difficult because you can't really see through the stamp. But you can get more detail with a red rubber stamp. So we're going to lose some of those details, but I think we'll survive. And I have my little Pretty and Peacock Stampin' Spot. I got that in my kit with my perpetual calendar. I was like, oh good, I get Pretty and Peacock. I love the little Stampin' Spots. All right. So I want to stamp that over here. And I didn't even need this underneath it. You do for clear stamps. I'm going to stamp that right here. Just let the ink transfer to the paper. And you are utterly awesome. All right. It just fits. All right, let's glue it all down. My gluing mat. Glue it all down. Glue this onto here. They are so much fun, these otters. And I may pop that up on dimensionals. Don't think this one I was adding any ribbon to it. I'm making a few cards for you. See, this could have went this way or it could go this way. So if you cut your paper in correctly, you know, the waves were going the wrong way, you could have just turned it. So that's, you know, not a big deal. Now I do want to add some gems, and I have them over here, and I think I know which ones I want to add. These look so watery. They look so cool. Whoops. I didn't mean for you to slide on the table. There we go. Ooh, these are really stuck on. There we go. And we'll get the inside done and the envelope. That one's too short. It's not going the right way, but that'll be fine. All right. So let's glue this down. There we go. That's done. I was going to do the little otter, and this otter stamp is so cute. So once the paper is all used up, I still have the stamp set, and there's many other papers that you could use this with. I saw a card where it was, and I'll probably show you that it was using another stamp set that had water stamp on it to replicate the water, and I thought, that's cool. I love it when we have a stamp set in our supplies and I see a card that uses 2 stamp sets, it just increases the value of that stamp set. I love it. I love it. All right, so we got that on there. And maybe I'll do this in Pretty and Peacock, just to give it a little bit of color. Take this off here. There we go, he looks adorable. And then we'll attach that onto there. Cover my little ink spot. Ordered some more tape runner. It's on its way. Which I'm looking forward to. I do miss it. I do use both tape runner and glue. So there's our card. See how quick that made up with a little, I may stamp it with birthday in it, but then there's the envelope to go with it. So card number 1. For the second card, we're going to go back to squares, but these are going to be bigger squares. They're not going to be tiny. So I want a score at 5.5. So remember I cut this Lost Lagoon off for this first card, which I'm showing you up here, but you can't see for the first card. So I have enough room to make 1 card out of it, and I'll have some leftover to use. Yes, I want to yeah, I want to cut I had to think about that because I'm not cutting and scoring, so I'm cutting that off because I need to. I'm not scoring it. I'm going to score it 4 1/4. Take my blade out of the way. And I'm going to have my card go this way, landscape. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's close enough. I wanted it to sit this way. But you know what? It happens. I do it wrong. The creative flow of things. Oh, I still need my trimmer. So now on this one, I need 2.5-inch squares of a contrasting color. So I found some scraps of Pretty Peacock. I love those 2 color combinations, Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. So I need 2.5 squares. So I'll bring my blade out. This can be used for something else. And I need 3 of them. So I'm going to get 2 out of this scrap, which is good. And then I need another one. So I'll just cut this at 2.5 and cut a 2.5 off. Does that leave a 2.5? Well, look at that, 2.5 inches. You just never know. I love when that works out. All right, so I've got those 3 pieces. Yes, they're going to fit on the card. Then I need some background pieces. And I need 2.5 inches, and I'm going to use this on 2 of them. Okay, they're going to be kind of in the background. And so I need 2.5 inches. Let me see if this is 2.5. No, let's cut it this way first. 2.5. You always want to make sure at the bottom, like this is what I love about our cutting tool, our personal trimmer, is that the line goes all the way down. So I can match the line at 2.5 up here, but you want to make sure that it's matching down here as well, so that you get a perfect cut. This is going to be perfect for the inside of the card. And I always save those little pieces for the inside of the card. 2.5. And I don't have to be worried about which way the paper is going because it's a square. So I can adjust it how I need it. And then I need a white piece. I'm just taking, this is our light white cardstock. We have a heavier cardstock and we have a lighter one. So this is really good for adding layers. And so I need a 2 1/4 inch square. So I'm going to cut 2 1/4 off this side instead of lengthways. And that way, well, I don't use this cardstock for cards because it is pretty flimsy. Okay, let me focus on my measurement. 2 1/4. I can't. 2 1/4. So I can pop that baby up there, and 2 1/4. 2 1/4. I'm now so used to working with 8s that I go back to 1/4. All right. So that's going to fit on like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take an otter from the paper and I'm going to fussy cut an otter. So maybe I'll just focus on this one right here. You've all seen me fussy cut, so I'll just do this real fast. Now, this is going to go on the diamond like this. So I want to stamp up here with this. You are utterly, I can't get that out. You are utterly awesome. And I'm still going to continue with the pretty peacock. Whoops, I think I had that upside down. No, it's not sticking now. Why are you not sticking? Oh, that is not good. Why are you not sticking? You've got stickiness there. I did it properly. So I did this. This happened to me. I'm just going to clean this off on another stamp set where the stickiness was not on here. So here's a little trick. A little trick, you just spread glue on it like this and you let that dry. So we'll let that dry and we'll come back to it. All right, so this has dried. I put the glue on, I went on and did some housework and I'm back, and now see how it sticks on there perfectly. You don't want your stamp falling off, and then I was oh no, I did get a little bit of blue there, so magic of paper, turn it over. All right, no, I want to do it this way. I like taking the ink spots and going like this. And I just get it right on the stamp set. I don't get it all over the place. Okay. Now I want to remember that it's going to go like this. It's going to go like a diamond shape. And I want this right here. Oh, that's beautiful. And then this is going to go on like this. Okay. So let's get gluing. Find my glue mat. My silicone mat, I should say. I call it my glue mat. All right, so 2 of these. No, did I cut these right? Oh, I cut those the same size. See what happens? No, these need to be not 2 1/2, but 2 1/4. So just a smidgen has to come off. 2 1/4. There, that's gonna fit better. 2 1/4. There we go. And those are pretty little pieces, but I'm not sure what I'll use those for. But anyway, if I cut it right the first time, I wouldn't have had those. All right, let's glue these on. I could have used this back side instead of white. I could have used those. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I would like to. glue on my fingers, not a good thing. Make sure I get those right. I'll just leave this white. I've got it there. So these squares are going to be set as a diamond on the card. As you can probably tell. There we go. So I have my card base. And I'm going to put these on first. So just put them like that. They're going to cross over. That's okay. I'm going to go like this. So I'll put this one on first. Doesn't really matter which one I put on first. So I'll just point it in a bit and turn it a bit. And this I'm going to put up on dimensionals. I always put one in the center because I don't want the design to kind of sag. So we'll put this like this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Doesn't that look so adorable? And then we'll glue this guy on. We won't use dimensionals, we'll just glue them on. There we go. And I'll put some gem dots on, which I'll use these ones again. These are just, because they look so watery, they look like they match with the cards really, really well. Glossy dot assortment. Well, it doesn't tell me what colors they are, but this goes really, they're really stuck on there. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. And one here. There's our second card design. So look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? Very different looking, using the same papers, same colors, but looking very different. And both are very, very easy to do. Simple stamping, using your papers, letting it work. So I'm going to do the inside. You know what? This is just a habit I've gotten into. I do the inside and then I do the card. All right, so on the envelope, I'm going to just put water. I don't have really, my seaweed's not kind of going the right way. And when I do have one that's going the right way, it's not big enough. So I'll just do water. So I'll glue that on. That's not the piece I was using. This was the piece I was using. The other thing you could do is just stamp a sea otter on the front of the envelope. Go. All right, and then this, we'll pop that baby in there, and this will go on the side beautifully. Looks like I cut through my card. Oh, nobody's going to notice. Oh, good thing I looked at that. This I'm going to put along. Oh, it didn't matter. All right, so let's glue this up. I'm just going to add the glue to my paper because this is so thin. Just attach this like this. There we go. And any glue that's on there on my silicone mat, that's what I love about it. It will dry up and then it'll peel right off, or I could wash it right off. But just make sure you don't get your card in there. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I've got glue on my fingers. Better not close that card just yet, but look at this. How adorable is that? So that's card number 2. Okay, so I took, let me see if I could find the full sheet. I took this sheet, and you know what? These create their own designs right on your card. So I've got Pretty Peacock here. I've just cut it out, and you're going to think, well, there's not much to that card. We're not done. And then I have another one with this on it, and we're going to dress it up. So I just cut it as 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I did 5 3/8 down here, and then I cut it across. So that's what those papers are really good for. And then the back is like this, lots of like different colored watercolored glass. I think that's what it reminds me of. So we're going to pop up these 2 cards really quickly. I need to get some more peacock. Oh, here we go. Got another card ready to go. See how they both stand up the same. They're both landscape, but one stands this way and one stands this way. And these are both landscapes. So we'll get those 2 ready. We can glue this right down onto our card base. That goes really nice with Pretty Peacock as well. And do some more fussy cutting. Make sure I got that on right so the card opens right. I've done that before. It was upside down, then I fixed it, and it was still upside down, and then I fixed it, and it was okay. You know, mistakes are just, they happen, and you just got to go with the flow, laugh about it, because they do happen, and I don't want to get my knickers in a twist about them, because life is too short. All right, so there we got those. So those went up really, really quickly. Out of there. Okay, let me just straighten that up. Where's my trimmer? There we go. All right, so I think I'll just cut this in half. I'll just eyeball it, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to make a tag out of it. Oh, pretty good eyeballing. Just a little difference. Pretty good. All right. I'm going to use the Otter stamp again. And I'm just going to stamp its birthday time. Oops, now it's really stuck. I don't know why that one lost its stickiness so quickly. Okay, Pretty Peacock again. So you can see I'm just using 2 different colored cardstocks, well, white in there as well, 3. The designer series paper, this 1 ink stamp set, and this 1 ink spot. And I'm on 3 and 4 cards. All right, so Beautiful. And then re-stamp it again. And so if you want to just, you know, start out with a paper pack, a stamp set, an ink spot. One thing that you can get is a clear ink spot, and you could get the refill. This is like ink refills, and that would be a really good economical way to get started as well. Then you could, you know, stamp up that plain ink spot, and you have more ink to carry you further. So I'm going to make little banners out of these. Like that. That's why I stamped it over. Probably see there's a little spot there. I'm gonna cover that up. That's what the gems are good for. That is what they're good for. All right. So, where's my other card? Oh, I lost my other card. Well, it can't be far. It's got to be here. Okay, I have to tell you a little story. I lost this guy. I was looking for him, and I'm like, it was right here. I know it was right here. So when I moved my trimmer, it got stuck in the bottom of my trimmer. How hilarious is that? All right, so what I'm going to next, I tell you. You know, I only have a small space, so it's like, where the heck can it go? So I'm going to put just a little glue on the corner of here. And I love these otters, like I can situate him like this, and then I can put him like this in the water, do it like that. I will set that up on dimensionals. And this one, I think I'll put a little glue here too. There, oops, he fell off. Let's let you have time to stick. There we go. And I may just try and put a little bit under here. Just a little dot. There we go. All right, so I'm going to flip these over. And if you are the first time watching my videos, when you get your dimensionals, there's the whole outside that is still good to use. So what I do is I just cut it up. And there's a couple left in the corner. So I'll put those there. This one fell right off, so I'll put him here. And they're easy to rip apart as well. Some at the bottom here so he stays up, and his little tail. There we go. Oops. I got the point going off a bit. There we go. So we'll take this. This guy, I think I'll put right here. I love these otters. They're so adorable. You know, when I've watched otters play, I don't know how many of you have had a chance to watch otters play. I stayed at this Airbnb, and it was by a creek. And Oh my gosh, the otters were just, I don't want them that high up. I'll put them down here. The otters were, they're just so playful. Just so playful. And kids, I think, love them. All right, so I'm going to get my jewels, which now I can't find those. They're right here. They're right here. So I only have a few of those. I'm using those up. Pretty good. So I will need to cover that spot there. Whoops. I came off with my fingers. Okay, you've got to have a sticky. Yeah. No? Have you not got a sticky? Yeah, you do. Stick. All right. And then I'll fit this one up. This one will have 4 on. I don't usually do 4, but I'll put 3 on the tag. And then, whoops, come on. And then 1 down here. All right. There we go. 4 cards made. Now I'll do the inside and the envelope. Well, wasn't that fun? So I just love the cards. So this was, I'm just trying to get them. This was the first card I made, and it was just a scene off of one of the papers. Used the B side of the other paper to show the water. Just stamped it, and voila, away we go. We have a great card. I stamped the inside with a fun otter, decorated the envelope, and that is ready to send out. Then I did with squares, as we've been working with squares throughout the summer. So in the squares, I made this and turned it onto a diamond. This one is my favorite. I love this one. And I've just been using the same stamp set, the same ink color. I've been using the same color combination of paper. This is, the dark is, so the dark is Pretty Peacock and the lighter color is Lost Lagoon. So if you want to get started, just buy a pack of Lost Lagoon, Pretty and Peacock, get a little Pretty and Peacock stamp set, the paper, and voila, you could make, I mean, 50 cards plus. And you think about the cost of that, and you're making cards for pennies. Pennies, my folks, pennies, especially when the paper is on sale. And the pennies get lower, so that's even better. But this is my most favorite card. And you don't, I used white cardstock here. You could use, I could have used the water like this on there too, and that would have looked lovely as well. So lots of different ideas. And then 2 cards that went up really quick, because in the paper pack they have a large print, and then you cut it in 3s. You cut it in 2, cut it in 3, and then you just out of that one piece of paper you could make 6 cards. So that's pretty awesome. And then there's others where you can do some fussy cutting, and I tell you, the cards that you will get out of that. And this, like this, has an otter on it, but I would send this to an adult. This would be so cute for an adult, male or female. So I think it covers all the gamut, and that would be an easy way to get started, is just buying those 2 color cardstock packs, the paper, the ink pad, and the ink set, the stamp set, and you're ready to go for a great way to start, a great way to start. So that's on sale. So if you want any assistance with that, I can set you up if you want, or you can go to my online store. The link is down below. Go take a look for it. It's in the last chance items. Call our sale items the last chance items. And once it's sold out, it's sold out. So I would suggest not to think about it, even if you just want to grab the paperback. And if you spend $25 or more, you earn a 10% reward for shopping with Stamping Up. Isn't that awesome? I love it. It's so fantastic. It's one of our new rewards program that just started at the beginning of this year in February. I am so excited about it. It's bringing back to you guys and saying thank you. So that's just awesome. And on there, take a look at some of the card kits. The Christmas card kits are starting to come out. And if you like the little red truck for Christmas, there's a beautiful kit with the little red truck in it. Take a look at that. And yeah, just, you know, Christmas is coming, and so we need to, if we're making our own cards, we need to start thinking about making our own cards now and not leaving it to the last minute. And I'm just, I'm a last minute gal myself, and I'm usually scrambling at the beginning of December. I'm hoping to do it a little earlier this year. I'm on some Facebook groups, and some consultants have already started back in last year, like at the beginning of the year, and I'm like, ooh, that's a little too soon. And then July, and I'm like, I couldn't even think of Christmas when it was so hot. But we need to start thinking about Christmas if we're going to make our own cards. And making our cards, especially with a kit, it works quickly because everything is there for you. And some of the things that they have out for Christmas is really beautiful. So take a look at that as well. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on Kiss Up Cards. I think I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Mary Ann, and I love coming to you each week, twice a week, most times, and just sharing with you the different things we can do. Like this otter paper, I didn't think I would really like it. I ordered it because it was on sale, and I tell you, it is just so fun to work with. And I can, like, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. And I'm just going to be able to share kindness one card at a time. Thank you.